Hi everybody, it's Donna from donnasdreamworks.blogspot.com, and I'm here today to put together a cute little Halloween card. I mentioned in my blog yesterday that I don't do too many Halloween cards because I don't have an awful big need for them, but my daughter-in-law sent me some items last year right after Halloween, and so I thought I would make her a card using those items and send it back to her. It's going to be a purple card base, and this is a stamped card. There's no Cricut cuts. And this is a piece of cardstock. They are pre-cut cardstocks that I found when I was up visiting them in Ohio at a place called Pat Catan's. Now, if you've never been to Pat Catan's, and I'm thinking, let me see, I think it might be in, oh, I'm not sure, Medina, somewhere around there, Strongsville, no, up the road just a little bit from Strongsville. And this is a paper store, and if you love paper, don't we all, you would absolutely die in this store. There is every kind of paper you can imagine, pre-cut. There are stacks and stacks and rooms of nothing but pre-cut cardstock that is already cut to an A2 size card, and then all you have to do is score it. Every color you can imagine, and with matching envelopes. So I did get a good supply of envelopes when I was there, and I picked up a few pieces of this cardstock. It's a very heavyweight, nice cardstock for a card base. So if anybody's in the Medina area, look in the phone book and find Pat Catan's. Okay, so I'm starting off with this purple card base, and my next layer is going to be sort of a gold colored card piece, and this was cut at just 1/8 of an inch smaller because I didn't want a very large border. So I'm going to start by putting that on right now. Some of this I have already pre-done because I didn't think you needed to sit here and watch me stamp, although that's an experience in itself sometime. So let's get this piece down. Okay, and this next piece of cardstock is one of the pieces that my daughter-in-law sent me last year. It's kind of a little bit different. I'm sure you've seen them before, but this is called Black Magic, and what it is a cardstock that has black on the top and different colored cores on the inside, so that you can file them and create some different effects, either by sanding it, tearing it, antiquing it, or just making some different strikes through it with a stick or something. And how you can tell the core color is looking at the back of the cardstocks. And they're not all Halloween. This is a light pink. And this is kind of a darker pink. There's some blue, and another blue, some greens. They'd really be pretty, I could see, for something like using the Cuttlebug Flourishes cartridge and perhaps creating some sympathy or thinking of you cards with the pretty flourishes. Some pretty colors that will come through. So this is called Black Magic. Now what I have done with this piece of cardstock, which I cut again 1/4 of an inch smaller than the one I just had, is I used this Cuttlebug folder that has a lot of these circles on it to create a nice embossed thing. Now, and then I'm going to use my sanding block, and I'm going to use a piece of scrap because it's been a while since I've done one of these, and I'm not sure how much black is going to come off on my desk. And I'm just going to sand this. And you can see some black does come off because this top cardstock is coming off. And voila! You kind of get a little black on you too. You have cardstock with the orange showing through. Let me just get rid of this. And that's going to go on top of this layer like so. We'll put that one down. clever, that core stock. And what I'm going to do is just kind of rub this a little bit, and then I'm going to take my baby wipe and wipe my hands, because I don't want to be handling my stamp that I'm going to use with black on my hands. And you do get some black on your hands. Okay. Clean again. Okay, so the next piece of paper that I have is a piece of Halloween paper from a stack I got last year, and honestly I don't have the cover on it anymore. I lost the cover. Well, I probably didn't lose the cover. I probably made a chipboard cover for an album out of it. But anyway, I thought it was really cute, and it resembles that Martha Stewart goo punch that everybody has. I don't have it, and it's not one of these that you can buy now because it was a Home Shopping Network special. So I'm going to just attach that. Oh, I had a death in the family last week. My pink ATG gun just wouldn't work. The trigger would not release the piece that's going around. Oh, that was so sad. But fortunately, I had a brother for it. So I will have to see about using this one, and then when I need a new one, I'll wait for one of those 40 or 50% off coupons and pick one up. Okay, so there we are so far. Now my image that I used is a stamp that she sent me, and it's just a stamp of a black cat. And so to give it a little bit more pizzazz, what I did is I used Versamark Dazzle and then black embossing powder, which she also gave me when I was there this summer. She said she didn't have any use for it. I don't know when I'll ever use this big jug, but anyway. So, but it gave the cat a little bit of a sparkle, and I think you can see it here. Now what I did is I just used my corner punch and went in upside down and punched out a little bit of a corner here. Not a corner punch, I'm sorry. My circle punch, my 1-inch circle punch. And punched out a little bit of the corner. It almost gives it a ticket effect. Mounted it on some black, and then mounted that on the gold. And I think I'm going to pop him up. So we'll use some of these little fun foam. Pop-ups. And boy, they are sticky. Okay. There. This is a generic stamp. It just says, I think it was one of these dollar bin ones. It doesn't really have the manufacturer's name. The other one I have is one I've had for a while. It just says Trick or Treat. This again was out of the dollar bin. So I've made cinnamon for the bottom with that. And here it is. And I did already cut it out. What I'm going to do is give the candy corns just a little bit of color. And excuse me, I need to put my glasses on so I can color inside the lines. And I think I'll give the spider some orange eyes. and maybe a little orange in the star. And this is just a Marby marker. Okay, now I'm going to do the same thing I did before. And when I use stamps, I don't cut my pieces ahead of time because I never know exactly, unless I'm making several of the same card, how big I need to make them. So what I do is I just make this and I mount it. And then I take my cutter, this Friskus cutter. And I like this Friskus cutter because it has a wire and it shows you exactly where it is that you're cutting. So I can line that wire up just where I want it to be. Okay, and then I'll mount that again on the gold. And we'll do a little trimming. Don't have to do too much on this one because it was a pretty small piece to start with. And there we go. Now we just need a few more little pop-ups. Oop, take off the back. Boy, I got a really sticky batch on this fun foam. Can't get the paper off of my fingers when I remove it. Oh, let's get that down just a little bit. There. And there you go. And here, isn't that a cute card? Simple. This technique with this paper, again, that's that Black Magic hidden core paper, really does a nice job on a card. And I have to tell you, when I got this little package from my daughter-in-law, she packaged it all up, and inside the box were these loose like this, and so you can imagine where they all landed when I opened the box. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to put them inside of the card when I send it back. Do you think she'll like that? Anyway, and anyhow, lots of fun making the card, and lots of fun picking up these pumpkins. I find them all over the house after I've been playing with them because they get stuck to me and then I carry them into the next room. Okay, so stop back again another time and we'll do some more fun card making. Thanks for stopping by Donna'sDreamWorks.blogspot.com. See you later and play nice.